a solid single player storyline could really be EA's saving grace. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be discussing who should create the Mandalorian video game and why. I got this idea last night. I was watching the new episode and I just thought to myself, if you took every little bit of aspect from that show, you could break it down into a really good video game. And so I was like, think about what the games that I've played in the past, and who those developers were, and, if they took what they've made previously and turned it into, the Mandalorian universe, who could really come up with something great. And so today I wanted to go over 4 of those companies and why. So first I want to get into why it would make a great video game. So first of all, let's start with open world traversing, hopping planet to planet, doing missions, doing bounties, all that stuff. The same elements as like a RPG game or a Rockstar Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, that kind of concept. And then the fact that they imply that when in the show, when he's doing bounties, collecting those silver chips, he can trade that in and upgrade armor, and that's a big concept you see in video games today, especially those open world games where you're building your character up and gaining new abilities. And with the Mandalorian character as a whole, he has different weapons, jetpacks, stuff like that. So I think it can all create this really cool experience of creating your own Mandalorian or playing, the one they give you to play as, and just really focusing on upgrading your character as well as planet traversing. So that's where I kind of think it creates a really great game concept. And now we're going to get into who I think should be making it. So first company I would like to see, take a shot at a Mandalorian video game would be BioWare. If you look at the past and look at all the Mass Effect games, they hold, the same kind of concept of space weapons, flying around in ships, doing missions on different planets. And, if you basically, if you could almost take Mass Effect, reskin it into Star Wars universe, and make the main character Mandalorian, and you'd have a really good game. That was the first one I really thought of and what gave me the idea for this game, especially because, Mass Effect 1 through 3 were fantastic, and then Andromeda came out, and it was okay. It definitely was buggy and could use some fixes, but I think if you just took the concept that they used in that game and put it into maybe a different realm, or reskinned it to more nature with trees and waterfalls, stuff like that, like things you see in Star Wars planets, deserts, it would make it really immersive as far as how big the universe is. You can travel and the character upgrades. So next I want to get into, these you can kind of put these together, but Respawn and EA. So Respawn, as they created Jedi Fallen Order recently, which has been a huge hit. I haven't got my hands on it yet. I know some people who have. They very thoroughly enjoyed it. It looks like a great game, and I'm looking to maybe do a playthrough of it. So look for that in the future. But, Respawn also created Titanfall, which you're probably thinking, Titanfall has nothing to do with Star Wars. But if you take the concept of the first-person shooter aspect of it, and the Titan pilot abilities as far as jetpacks while running, that kind of cool stuff, and you put it into a Mandalorian setting and kind of merge basically what you created with Titanfall and Jedi Fallen Order, I think you could really create something great there. And that also brings me into EA with Battlefront, and also I think a Mandalorian game with the graphical power that Battlefront 2 holds, with a solid single-player storyline, could really be EA's saving grace. I read an article, I think, a week ago, and it was, Sony kind of laughing at EA and them partnering with Xbox Game Pass, and they were saying how single-player stories are dead, and that's not the wave anymore, and it's about multiplayer games. And I think, they should, swallow their words there, take that back, and create a very immersive single player storyline through the EA engine with the same thing they used as Battlefield and Battlefront, um, and maybe take some concepts from Jedi Fallen Order and create a very good Mandalorian game. And I'm going to scroll through YouTube here because I just want to show you guys. Look at all these different mods from Jedi Fallen Order videos and Battlefront 2. People are modding and putting the Mandalorian character in those games, and it looks beautiful. So to start the next company, this is our next one and my last one I can think of. You know, Respawn and EA went hand in hand, but you could separate them if you wanted to. You know, Jedi Fallen Order is its own thing. Battlefront 2 is its own thing. You know, or they want to work together. It doesn't matter. But the last one I had in mind, and this would be, you know, a weird spin on it. You know, a lot of those, the Star Wars has like more animated series and stuff like that. So I thought, what if you took Obsidian and the way they did the Outer Worlds, that kind of more cartoonish look on Fallout, same concept, and space exploration and character upgrades, you know, those same concepts we keep discussing. And what if Obsidian took a shot at a Mandalorian game with those same elements of Outer Worlds held with, you know, the more cartoonish look, and just took their own spin on the story. And I think you could really create something great there. It'd be different take on a Star Wars story, which, you know, is always fun to explore. But yeah, so that's just kind of like my reasoning, and what I could envision who could make a great Mandalorian game. I'm sure a bunch of other companies could throw their 2 cents in as well. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Would you like to see a Mandalorian game? Who do you think should make it? And if you want to see more content regarding Star Wars stuff, I know it's kind of a newer thing on this channel, so let me know. If you guys are enjoying the videos, make sure to put the thumbs up button, and we'll see you guys next time.